Okay, last video I'm making to you about the reason to use NC. So first, this one identity, how we do it is you break it, okay? The easier way is to break it. And then group the like term, the coefficient and the constant term will be equal. So here, the x equals with this x here, so we have this one. And then the 2c plus 12 will equal to 6c, okay? So you will have like two equations, two unknown, and then solve them. Okay, and for this one, for 2024's paper, this one it asks you to find ratio, but you just do what we do regularly, okay? So first bracket and then compare 2a equals to b and then 3a equals to 2c. Okay, so now you have the ratio. Make that in the fraction. You will have the ratio and then you do what we learned in paper 1, okay? Okay, for question 7, if you encounter some question like this, don't solve it because it's very hard to solve, okay? And you need to use identity, the a squared minus b squared. So when you cannot solve it or you think it's very complicated, you just put in the answer, okay? So you just put n minus 1 to x to see if it equals to this one, okay? Or what can you do is, usually when we have unknown in answer, you can use substitute. Okay? You can sub n with, let's say, n equals to 5. And then you can try to do it. 4 squared minus 3 times 4. And then you have numbers here, right? And then you solve x. And then n here equals to 5. So x equals to 4. X equals to 1. You can check with the answer if you get it. Okay? You can substitute or just put in the answer. Okay, so this kind of question you need to do it correctly, the range. And then substitute. And then the factor theory, remainder theory. Okay, so this type of question I want to teach here. So how we see this? This is in completing square format, okay? So the general form should be like this. A, y equals to a, x minus h plus k. Here we have square. This is called completing the square, okay? So the vertex will equal to hk, the coordinate. So remember that this minus here is minus, okay? When it's minus, the h will be directly right to here. If it's x plus h, then it should be negative hk, the vertex, the coordinate of the vertex. Okay, so the graph open upward depends on a here, whether a is negative or positive. So first we see 2024's paper. Here, be very careful. It should be x minus h, right? This is 6 minus x. So this one, square, when it is square, actually you can swap it directly. Okay, directly. You can swap it directly. So actually this one equals to this one, okay? So the vertex here, we have 6, negative 7, so this one not correct. And then the y-intercept of the graph is negative 7, y-intercept. Y-intercept is that when you put x equals to 0, okay? When you put x equals to 0, so 0 minus 6 should be negative 6 squares, 36 times 2 minus 7, you know it's not negative 7, okay? This is not the general form. This is called completing square formula, okay? The graph do not cut x-axis. Okay, first, we know that this A here depends, it open upward or open downward. If A here is positive, it open upward. If it's negative, it open downward, okay? So 2 here, positive, it open upward. Okay, so A actually correct, the answer is A. But thinking of B, it does not cut the x-axis, so what we have is it open upward and the vertex should be in here, right? In this quadrant, and then it open upward, so it will touch the x-axis, okay? What situation it won't touch the x-axis is when the vertex here and it open upward, it won't touch the x-axis, okay? So very quick, we do this question together. So first we write it in the format of completing the square. Okay, so the coordinate of vertex should be 3, 5. Okay, so the point passed through the point 3, 5. The answer is D. Okay, so it says it open downward, not correct, because here the coefficient is 1, okay? The factor here is 1. Just we don't write it. We don't write the 1. So it's positive. The x-intercept is 3. X-intercept, how to find it? Put y equal to 0. Put y equal to 0. So y equals 0, negative 5 square root equals to x minus 3. Okay, negative 5 square root what is not even a real number. So not correct. Y-intercept, put x equals to 0. So negative 3 square, 9 plus 5 equals to 14. So not 5. The answer is D, okay? This one, you just need to memorize the formula, okay? If you don't know the formula, go watch the mensuration video. And the percentage, just use the method I teach you, okay? And this one, you can try to do it. This one, you can draw it out. Don't use your time to do it, okay? You can draw it out. Or you just skip it first. And this one, the ratio. Be very careful of the unit, okay? Okay, the variation. Okay, variations here. Pause the video to try those two. If you don't know how to do, just go search video and learn it. Okay, try to do those questions, okay? Those mensuration questions, because you have practice in paper 1, so you can do it. This one, if you see it very difficult, just skip it, okay? This one can do it by drawing it out. This one can do it by drawing it out. This one really need you to have some knowledge about the parallel line, because C plus D, they will equal to 180, right? And then how about this one and this one? Those questions, we always draw some parallel line to them, okay? Draw some parallel line to them. Let's say we draw this one will equal to B corresponding, right? So you can let this line we draw as the parallel line, okay? A we draw here, so A plus B equals to 90. And then C plus D equals to 180. So you can choose. So it's question 19 here. So you just draw parallel line, okay? Draw parallel line, you can use the property of parallel line. And here is 360 minus P. So this is alternative, right? Alternative. And then this one, we always draw parallel line to those questions, okay? And then what we have here is this one equals to 180 minus S, because interior angle, this two add up 180. And then here, well, this one is difficult. Now, this one, because we know a circle is 360, so this one is 360 minus R, and then minus 180 minus S, okay? It's just minus these two angles here, okay? Minus the two angles here. And you can simplify it. So now it turns to minus R plus S, okay? Break the bracket, you need to change it. So now we have 180, because it's alternative, so this angle equals to this one, okay? So this one 180 minus R plus S. So now you have the relationship of all the PQRS, okay? So P equals to 360 minus P plus 180 minus R plus S. So change the position, you will have D as the correct answer, okay? Okay, so those, you can skip it first. If you have time, you just come back to do it, okay? This one, yes, you need to memorize these formulas here. And then the rotational symmetry, if it's regular, it's 7 sides, it has 7 rotational symmetry. Reflectional symmetry, if it's regular, 7 sides, it will have 7 rotational symmetry, okay? And this one, just skip. Okay, this one you can draw it. For this one, you can draw it. And this one you can, for this one you can draw it out. This one very easy. You can just first find the common side. Actually, we teach this before, right? Find the common side, and then you now, in the question, it includes BC and AD. So BC and AD, so you need to include those two sides. Okay, so first, in the triangle here, this two sides made into tangent, right? Tangent. So you write the relationship, because this is the common side. So you know that we always make common side into subject, okay? And then now we need to do with AD and this one, so we need to, the angles here, right? So we need to use sine. So sine theta equals to this one, common side as subject. So when you have DC equals to this one and DC equals to this one, they are just equal to each other, and then you find the ratio. So answer is A. Okay, this one super easy. You can do it. Done a lot of coordinate in paper 1. And this one as well, okay? So when you need to change the rectangular coordinate to polar coordinate, you use the function in your calculator, okay? You use the function in your calculator. Okay, you can first rotate it and then change it into polar. Okay, this one for those who have level 3, you can try this one. This one basically is locus. Okay, you need to find using the distance equation, the distance formula. You can find out the midpoint, and then you will have two line equation, and then find the intersection. Okay, this one as well. Perpendicular, their slope times together equals to -1. Okay, don't waste your time on those questions. This one actually you can substitute. Okay, sometimes they have the k as constant. You just substitute substitute the answer into the k. Okay, substitute the answer into the k, and then you will find out. This one actually how we do it is that we substitute it in, and then we use program one simultaneous equation, and then see if there are solutions for x and y. Okay. Okay, the circle one. Remember when you're doing circle, always remember when you're doing circle equation, you need to remember that x and y should not be having any coefficient. Okay, should not be having any coefficient. So if it have 2, then the whole formula here you need to divide by 3. Okay, divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3, divide by 3. 0 divided by 3 is still 0. Here, divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. Okay, no coefficient for the square. Okay, no coefficient for the square, because you need to use these 3 numbers to calculate the center and the radius, right? If without the over 3, it will be wrong. Okay, this one I hope you can do it. If you cannot, you just go watch the probability. Video. Okay, the second one. This one. Okay, I trust you can do it. Okay, this one, trust you can do it. And then the HCF LCM, I hope you already learned it in the tutorial. And the system one. This one you can do it. Okay, the logarithm for those who aim above level 3, and this one as well. This one, complex systems, you can do it with your calculator mode 2. Okay, calculator mode 2. So how to do it? Maybe I will make another video about this. Okay. This one, ASGS, I hope you still remember. This one you can join, but it looks very complicated. And then what we can try is goes to 42. You can try this one. Is the probability type of question. Okay, probability, and the standard score. Please look at this one. And then this one, mean, mode, medians, and I want to teach you this one. Okay, so what we learned in statistics, mean, mode, median, and then IQR, range, SD, variance. So what is variance? Variance is SD squared equals to variance. Okay, so it now tells you the variance here is 16. It means that SD is equals to 4. Okay, SD equals to 4. Okay, so now the SD of the 7 number, they times 9 and then minus 5. They times 9 minus 5. Okay, so remember this one. For mean, mode, median, you plus number, minus number, it will follow. Okay, if you plus 3, it will plus 3. But for this 4, it won't follow. Okay, it means that you're adding a number minus number, it just stays the same. It stays the same. But for multiplication or division, they just both follow. So what happens here is that, you know, SD equals to 4 originally, minus 5 won't cause a difference, so only times 9 cause a difference, so 4 times 9 equals to 36. The answer is 36. Here, let's look at this one. So it gives UVW as SD, median, and range to us. As we say, minus won't cause a difference to the SD, right? So we just we don't need to calculate those minus 9 n's here. So you can put n equals to 0, just like sub n equals to 0, and then you use your calculator SD mode, input the data 1, 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay, and then it will give you u equals to 2, and then the median smaller than 4. So median, the middle one should be this one. We just sub n equals to 0, right? Sub n equals to 0. So the median is just 4, not smaller than, so not correct. And then the range, so you use this one to minus this one. It should be 6. It should be 6, not larger than 6. So 8. Okay, so have a good night.